Hi Hoopers, welcome to week 4 of our Find Your Flow series. Thank you for joining in for tonight's 45-minute hoop dance fitness class. My name is Kailey and I'm excited that you are all here with us tonight. I have a great class for you. Tonight's focus is isolations. So let's go over a few safety tips before we get started. As always, safety first. Feel free to modify moves if you need to. You can always take a break when needed, pause and rewatch the video if needed, and we post all of the videos to our YouTube channel so you can check them up there later on tonight. And of course, feel the flow and have fun. Alright, so the format of tonight's class is the same as all of our 45-minute classes for January. We're going to start with a warm-up, waist hooping, hoop fitness, hoop dance, a little hoopography, and a cool down. So let's get into it. I'm using my standard hoop. It's about 1.5 pounds and it is 38 inches, comes just about up to my belly button. And we're going to start with a warm up. So we're gonna take our hoop, hold it out in the center, and we're gonna drive our arms up and down. Keeping the hoop isolated here in the same spot. And just driving our arms along with the hoop. Great. I hope you guys had a great start to your week. Meet me in the middle, and we're gonna turn, center, turn. So we're just turning side to side. I am picking up my feet here. Great, a few more. Okay, let's put that hoop on the ground. And I'm just gonna pull my heels to glutes, activating our quads. Hooping is a total body workout. Great. You might feel your heart rate starting to rise. Getting nice and warm and ready for our time together. A few more here. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to pick up my hoop again. And we're gonna go for an orbit. So hands are in the center outside. I'm gonna lean over, raising my hand above my head. Center in the back. Lean over to the other side. Looks like we're making a box around our body with the hoop. And we can speed it up. Great, really opening our chest, upper, lower back. Meet me in the center. And we're gonna go the opposite direction. We can start slow if we need to. So over to the side, to the back, to the side, to the front. Now, if you're ready, you can speed it up a little bit. If not, just hang out, going from side, back, side, front. That is totally okay. We're all at different levels. Do what feels best for your body. All right. I'm gonna bring my hoop, hold it around my waist, and we're just gonna go for a few hoop jacks. So high impact looks like this. I'm raising my hoop up and jumping out, lowering and bringing my feet together. So out, in, low impact is just stepping. I'm gonna stick with low impact tonight. Great job. All right, 3, 2, 1, and let's bring that hoop around our waist. The hoop is on the small of my back, one foot in front of the other, forward stance. Soft bend to the knees, wind up, a really big swing, and we are pulsing our core front to back. So most of my weight is in my back foot. I'm really digging that heel into the ground. And just pulsing right from my core front to back. Just finding our rhythm here, connecting with our hoop. We can keep our arms in the center for now. We can lift them out to the side. We can raise them up high if that feels good to you. Right back in the middle. Just make sure they are above the line of motion of your hoop. All right, now we're going to take our feet side to side. So my feet are about hip width apart, and I am pulsing, pushing outwards. And this movement is a little bit faster than the front to back, so you will feel like you're working a little bit more, because you are. So we're just pushing side to side, keeping our core nice and tight, keeping that breath going. Our posture is tall, spine is straight, shoulders are back and down, knees are soft, and we are just focusing on pulsing our core side to side. I'll show you from the side. You always want to focus on keeping that core nice and tight. You will hear me say that the whole class. Great job. A few more rotations here. Awesome. I'm going to come from behind, grab my hoop. So do you see that? My hoop's going to the left. I'm going to take my left hand, grab. Okay? And I'm going to toss that hoop in the opposite direction. We can go forward stance, we can go side to side, to whatever feels better for you here. And we're just going in the reverse direction. One side will always feel different than the other, but it is important to work both sides with hooping. If you like, you can change feet. So whatever foot was forward, just switch it back. Now my left foot is forward. And I'm still keeping that forward to backwards, pulsing motion going. Core is tight. Awesome. If this is your first time joining in, thank you for joining. We have classes twice a week, right here on Facebook Live. All right, I'm gonna stop, bring my hands behind. 1, 2, grab that hoop, and we are going to, I'm going to show you actually 3 ways how to save the hoop when it's falling down. So the first thing, we have a good posture right here. When we wind up, we're going to have a huge spin. So it doesn't look like it, but I'm throwing the hoop so fast that it's going around my core 6, 7, 8 times without me even moving, right? So you are really whipping it around your body, wind up, really big swing. Let it roll 3, 4 times and kind of feel for the rhythm, and then start pulsing front to back. Now, when you feel your hoop falling down, the first way to save it is the hip dip. So my hoop is going below my hips. So here's my hips. The hoop is naturally on my waist here. I slow the motion down, it's falling. I'm gonna dip down and stand right back up. So it's like you're giving it a little kick with your hips. To practice this, so while the hoop is on our waist, we can stop our movement. You'll feel the hoop fall. When it goes right past your hip bones, you're going to dip down and stand right back up, and that will shoot your hoop back up to your waist. So here we go, we're going to slow it down, dip down, stand up. So I'll show you from the side. Slowing it down, dip down, and stand up. And you notice when I dip down, I bring my arms out to the side. That's just for balance. You can leave them in the center. You can even bring them up high if you want to. When you do that, just be aware of your alignment. Okay, so the first way to save it was the hip dip. Second way is to simply push faster, harder. So if we feel for our natural rhythm here, we can count every time the hoop hits our belly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, speed it up, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and you will feel the hoop start to rise. If it's on your waist, it's going to rise up towards your chest. If it's falling down, it's going to rise up towards your waist. Okay? So I have a forward stance here. I'm going to count when the hoop hits my belly. 1, 2, speed it up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Speed up my movement with the counting. Okay, so the second way to save it is to just push, pulse, faster, harder. And the third way, which is my favorite, you'll probably see me do this all class, turning. So you are going to turn with your hoop. I'm throwing my hoop to the left, and I'm going to turn to the left. You can, so we can pivot. I'm gonna push off with my right foot, all the weight's in my left foot. If you're going the opposite way, it's gonna be the opposite. So I'm just pivoting 4 times. Here's 1, 2, 3, back to center, 4. Or we can really go for it and just turn it out like a ballerina. I tell with the kids, the ballerina spin. So I'm gonna push off and turn. When I turn, my hoop, the motion of my hoop is going to stop, right? So you see that? And then when you come back to center, it gives the hoop a little bit momentum, therefore keeping the hoop up on your waist. Okay, so those are the 3 ways to save your hoop when it's falling down. I'm also gonna stick around at the end of class for a little Q&A. If you have any questions, you can ask them there. Tonight, I just want to cover moving our feet while the hoop is on our waist, okay? So every class I'll go over waist tubing, both directions, save, and then we will move into a different area of waist tubing. Tonight it's going to be toe tapping, so if you noticed, I am waist tubing and I'm tapping my feet out in front. So one and then the other. This can be a challenge if you're just getting started, but stick with it. If your hoop falls, just pick it right back up and go for it again. We're kind of shifting our weight here, and that's why it's a challenge from one foot to the other. You can go out to the side. And I'm just tapping my toe here, light on my tapping foot, so all the weight is on my foot in the middle. Keep that core nice and tight, pulsing going. Great job. Okay, now we can bring our arms in with it if we want. A lot of coordination, you guys got this. Let's go forward and up. All right, a few more here. To the side. We'll go 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job. And that concludes waist tubing. Moving on to hoop fitness. We're going to have 4 moves today. Each move is 30 seconds each. We're going to do 2 rounds of that same move consecutively, okay? So our first move is a crunch. I'm going to hold my hoop overhead. My hands are on the outside of the hoop, so outside, inside, they're on the outside. My palms are facing my body, okay? And I'm going to grab the hoop here. I'm going to pull it down while raising my leg up. So from here, again, focusing on keeping my spine nice and straight. Core is always tight. Are we ready? 30 seconds. Let's do it. Keep your breath going here. So when you crunch down, breathe out. Great job. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. 10-second rest. Grab a sip of water if you need it. And we're gonna go again. Feel free if you want to step it up. Throw a hop. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. I'm gonna stick with the low impact tonight. I am just stepping up, almost like high knee, and then bringing those arms right down in front. Keep that breath going. Beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. 20 seconds rest. I'm going to demo our next move. Sip of water if you need it. We're going to do a squat hold our hoop out in front. So my feet are about hip width apart. I'm gonna sit my hips down and back and forward. If you want a little challenge, you can put pressure on your hoop. So squeeze that hoop here. Keep your chest up. Hips and butt are back and down. Back is straight. Are we ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. You want to make sure that your knees are not going over your toes and that your knees are pushing outward. So they are not pushing in like this, they are pushing out. Really squeezing those glutes to come back up. Our hips and shoulder are moving together. Keep that breath going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10 seconds. And we're gonna go for another round of hoop squats. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Great job keeping that chest up. You may find this is actually easier than doing a squat without a hoop because we have a little balance right in front of us here. Dig those heels into the ground. Great job. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Okay, 20 seconds. We only have 2 more moves left, 30 seconds each. Next one, skaters. Hold our hoop in the front. I'm going to show you low impact first. So low impact is just stepping that foot behind, holding this hoop right in the center. High impact, hopping. If you want to add a push, so an iso push, I'm just grabbing the hoop and drawing it outward with my opposite hand. Feel free to do so. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Just driving that foot behind. Do my hoop right in the center. If you want to step it up, you can push. Great work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds. Grab some water. All right, last round of skaters. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Great job. We're almost done with hoop fitness for tonight. One more move to show you. 2 30-second rounds. It's actually going to be an on-body move. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Okay, 20 seconds. Our last and final move I'm going to demo. We are going to waist hoop. Okay, core is tight, back is straight. We're going to do some punches. I'm going to take my hands. I'm going to go so side, side, up, up, while keeping that hoop going in your waist. If it falls out balance and it falls down, no worries, just pick it back up and get right back into it. Okay, let's get our hoop going around our waist. Remember that big throw to start it off. And let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. You can stand. Oh, I already messed it up. Side, side, up, up, side, side, up, up. I was gonna say you can stand, feet hip width apart. I find that helps me to balance better. Or you can have one foot in front of the other. Let's really throw some power into those punches. Great job. Being conscious of the line of paths that your hoop is traveling, keeping those elbows right above that. So don't dip them down on the down pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's grab our hoop. 10-second rest. And this is our last round of hoop fitness. We're gonna get on to a little hoop dance. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Side, side, up, up. Exhale on those punches. Come on, you guys got this. We're so close. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. All right, let's take that hoop off. I'm going to switch down to just a lighter hoop for the dance section. I'm going to use this guy. He's a dance hoop, weighs a pound, about 32 inches in diameter. If you only have a standard hoop, that's totally fine. You can use that here too, okay? So tonight we're focusing on isolations. I'm going to show you 3 ISO moves. So the first move, I'm just going to demo it, grab some water if you need to, is a 2-handed isolation. Then we are going to go into an ISO push up and down and side to side. Okay, and then we're gonna come to the side, right? And I like to call this rising moon. And we're just taking our hoop front to back. We're gonna bring our legs in here for the dance section, but not yet. So we're going to start with the 2-handed isolation. My hands are on the bottom portion of my hoop. They're on the inside of the hoop, so my palms are facing towards the ground, right? I have a firm grip here, so the hoop cannot roll. I'm going to let go. I'm driving across my body, so I'm going to the left. I'm gonna drive up with one hand, bring my other hand in here. Pinkies are together, let go. Right hand, drive down. So when I drive, I am driving across my body. I am not going the opposite way. I want to go across the front of my body when I'm driving. Bring this other hand in and still driving across, just with the opposite hand, okay? So hands are here, pointer fingers are together. I'm gonna let go with my left hand, drive up, bring my other hand right here, pinkies together, let go, drive down. So drive up and drive down. I'm gonna show you from the back because it might make more sense, right? This is the way you were seeing it. So going to the left, I'm going to drive up, bring my other hand in here and drive down. So I'm going up across my body, other hand in, down across my body, okay? So that is a 2-handed isolation. If this is your first time doing isolations, you may find that you can only go 3 or 4 times, and that's okay because we haven't built up the muscle strength yet, right? So a good way to practice this is to actually sit on the ground. I know I demoed this last class, and instead of putting my hand on the ground because I can't, it's resting there, I'm just gonna put it to the side, okay? So I'm gonna leave my hoop resting on the ground and drive, 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 drive. Bring that other hand in, drive, 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 until I'm pretty close to the ground. Bring my other hand in and switch, drive, 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 drive. You can also practice this in front of a mirror. And the goal here is to just keep your hoop isolated. So see how I'm keeping my upper body framed in the hoop, hence isolation. Okay, so we don't want our hoop going all over the place like this. This is a handspin. We're actually using our arms in this move to trace the inside of the circle, okay? So we're really using our arms, our shoulders, our hands, our wrists. We're gonna have a really nice cool down at the end of this class. So the next move, ISO push. I'm gonna start with my hoop on the ground here. My hands are on the top of the hoop. Firm grab, either hand, doesn't matter, whatever feels more comfortable for you. And I'm going to drive my hand up. So my left hand, firm grab, the hoop can't move. My right hand is loose. So my right hand's gonna be able to, rotate around this hoop here. And this is an illusion for sure. So I'm gonna drive up with my left hand while bringing my other hand out. So right when it reaches my upper body, my hands are framed pretty much evenly in the center. And then I'm gonna push, push, push up with my left hand doing all the work. Push up while tracing the inside of your hoop to bring your hands together. Now, when you're up tall, up high, your hoop's up high, I'm gonna switch hands to bring it back down. So now I'm gonna be using my right hand, okay? And I'm going to trace with my left hand here and drive my hoop down. Hands are in the center. When it gets to, my upper body area, and then down. So left on the way up, or whatever hand you're using. Switch hands, down. If we speed it up, awesome. Again here, it may take time for you to get this fluid movement, and that's okay, simply because we haven't worked these muscles yet. But I'm just driving with one hand, switching here, and driving down with the other, okay? And same thing for the side. So when I go up here, drive down, my hands are in the center. Now I'm gonna transition. So I am driving with my right hand to go to the right. Again, my left hand is tracing, so pushing it out. Right hand does all the work here, bringing it back in. Hands are in the center. Switch hands here, left hand, firm grab. What is that? Firm grip. Pushing out, tracing. Okay, so my right hand's tracing. So center in the middle, hands come together out in the side, center, side. It's almost like we are imagining we're pushing our hoop on a flat surface, like a tabletop, right? So the hoop's rolling straight across this nice flat table. Okay, so that is a up and down, iso, side to side. Okay, and then when I go to my left side, I'm going to turn my body, draw my hoop in, bring my feet together, and I'm just going to raise up, down, while switching my feet, just like lifting them up here. This is part of our hoopography I'm leading into. So I'm just raising my hoop up and down, okay? And we're gonna come back out here into, turn our body into passing. So contact points front and back. So here's the front. Front pointers, back pinkies. I am being aware of bringing my hand on the top of the hoop, right? So here's the top of the hoop. My palms are always pointed towards the ground. My palm is never pointed to the ceiling, because if I do that, I can't transition here because my arm doesn't know where to go. So focusing on keeping your hands on the top of the hoop. I like to think like I'm slapping my hoop down to the ground, right? I'm just passing hand to hand. Then we are gonna go for a helicopter, which I believe we learned 4 classes ago. Variation of passing. So for helicopter, hands out in front, palms pointed up to the sky this time. Let go. I'm gonna turn my wrist down, palms pointed down to the side, and then back up in the back. So it's just a big twisting motion with your entire arm, okay? And the same passing contact points in the front and in the back. The faster you go with this one, the easier it is. Ooh, as I drop it. Surprised it hasn't happened already. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Okay, we just have to keep practicing, brushing up on our skills. But we're all humans. Mistakes will happen, and that's totally okay. Okay, so helicopter. And we're going to firm grab out to the right, okay? Hinge, so I'm hinging, firm grab, loosening my grip, hinging, so come right to my front of my body. Step through, oop, it's a little small for that for me, but let's see. So hinge, I'm gonna lift my opposite leg, step in, use my wrist, rotate that hoop around my body, and step back out. And we're just gonna end here, okay? So here, my hoop, so from helicopter, when it comes around to my right hand, firm grab here, out to the side, hinge, opposite foot steps, and the other one steps out. So we're just stepping right through our hoop. I'm gonna show you from the back. Okay, so here, hinge, step, and so one more time. There it is. So that is a step through. All right. So that was our ISO section for tonight. We will be covering more on Thursday. Now I'm going to show you the hoopography. Grab a sip of water and we will get into it. All right. How you guys feeling? I hope it's great. After this workout, you're going to feel amazing. Okay. So our hoopography tonight, I will demo, you can watch, and then we'll break it down. Two-handed isolation. Actually, sorry, I forgot the first part, okay? So we're gonna leave our hoop on the ground like this, and we're gonna pop it up. So I'm gonna drive my right hand, pop, and grab the bottom. See what I did there? So I'm gonna drive up, let go, toss, and catch right into a two-handed isolation. We're going to stop at the bottom here, and I'm just gonna hinge, flip my hoop down. So see the top is now at my feet. Hinge it down. I'm gonna drive up. So ISO up and down. We're gonna do this 4 times. Then to the center, out to the side, 4 times. And then when you get to the left, I'm gonna turn my body, bring my feet together while alternating feet and just raising my hoop up above. Okay. And we'll do this a few times here. Out in the center, turn with your hoop into passing. We can get a little funky if you want here. We can turn our body with it. We could throw some breaks in here. Just having fun, bringing in our own style. Into helicopter. So that twisting of the arm while passing. Again, we can turn with it. Pick up our feet, bring in some movement. Whatever you feel like doing tonight. Firm grab when it comes around. Step through, lift up, step through, and then just end, drive that hoop to the ground like where we started. All right, so let's run through it. We'll run through it one more time, and then final time, I won't talk, and we can be on our own, and then we will end with a nice little cool down. Are you ready? So I'm just gonna call out the names here, and just transition to them when I call the names out. So hoops on the ground, we're gonna start with hoop on the ground. Ready? Pull up. Two-handed isolation. We're gonna end, stop at the bottom here, drive the hoop down. And drive it up and down. ISO up and down. 4 times. In the center, out to the side. 4 times. To the left, and rising sun, rising moon. I'm just picking up my feet, and raising that hoop up and down. Ooh. Meet me out in the center here. Let's turn it out into passing. Just having fun, bringing our own style in with it. Helicopter. Firm grab here, step through and end, push it down. We can do a little pose, however you want to end it, okay? All right, so let's run through it one time together here. Are you ready? I'm not going to talk this time. You guys are on your own, but if you forget, you can look at the screen and see what's coming next, okay? Let's do it. pose. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Let's end with a cool down and you will be on your way. Okay, I'm not gonna use my hoop for this cool down. We're gonna raise our arms up. I almost said hoop. That's where my mind's at right now. Big deep breath in. Exhale down. Let's go again, in. Exhale, one more time. Great job. Let's take our arm out in front. I'm gonna bend my wrist down towards the ground and just pull my forefingers back here, stretching out our forearm. Just taking a few nice big deep breaths in and out, slowing down our breathing, bringing down our heart rate. Amazing job tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's switch hands, so other side. Again, I will be sticking around for a 10-minute Q&A after class. If you have any questions, you can pop them in the comments, or if you just want to say hi. The Q&A will not be posted to YouTube, so it's completely private. Okay, let's switch hands here. My palm's gonna be up towards the ceiling, and I'm just gonna pull those four fingers back, just stretching out the underside of our forearm. We did a lot of arm work today. And switch. You should feel this all along your forearm here. You may even feel it in your hands, maybe even in your fingertips, if your hands are very tight. It's very important that we cool down at the end of the workout to avoid injury. And same thing with our warm-up. Okay, let's take our arm, cross it over, and stretch out our shoulder here. All right, let's switch. Opposite arm. Okay, and we're going to take our hips back and forward. So I'm hinging back, keeping a neutral spine, and forward. Really stretching our quads here, our glutes, low back. Let's slow it down a little bit. On your next hinge, let's bring our hands, let's spread our feet out, bring our hands down to the ground, and we're just gonna hang out here for a minute. If you cannot touch the ground, or you can rest your hands on your shins or even your thighs, okay? All right, let's slowly raise up, vertebrae by vertebrae to the top. I just want to stretch our neck out here. So I'm going to take my right hand and just pull my neck down, bring it closer to my shoulder. Beautiful. Let's switch sides here. Keep our breathing going. All right, one more here. Raise your hand up above and just stretch it out to the side. Stretch our side obliques. Just pulling my hand over my head. Great, and switch. All right, maybe back in the center. Again, I want to thank you so much for joining. Again, we have classes every Monday and Thursday. This week, we're going to have an extra class tomorrow night with a makeup for last Thursday's class. And there's my little thank you screen here. So what you can do next, you can plan your next workout. you can post a hoop selfie. I'd love to see it with the hashtag Hipnotic Hoopla and share with your friends. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our page. And I will see you guys on tomorrow, our makeup class. I almost forgot. All right, thanks so much. Stick around for a 10-minute Q&A, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.